Hello, hello, hello. How are my happy people out there in the world? Are you choosing you today? Are you choosing joy? If not, why? Why not? Anyway, hi, I am Mama Rita, and I'm coming at you today to ask you a quick question. I am sitting here getting ready to prepare myself for being in another training room where it's 3.5 days of vision, and then I have 4.5 days of breakthrough, and then 3 months where I practice my leadership and I practice the declarations that I set out for myself in my life. And as I do that, I am reminded at how easy it is for us to get caught up in the trauma and drama of life, where we make stories, we have judgment, we're critical about things that we don't understand, and because we don't understand them, we put our own judgment and criticism on it to make it, I don't know why we do that. Like, why do you, like today, for instance, I made a comment, and then I said, no judgments. And then my friend was like, it sounds like judgment to me. And I'm like, well, it's funny, right? Because I didn't mean it as judgment. But the fact that I even had to say that there was no judgment, was that me trying to clean up the fact that I had judgment, unbeknownst to the initial intention? Like, how many times do we operate in just a cyclical, habitual way that our words we even start to excuse ourselves? Like, for instance, when somebody says to you, I don't want to be the bitch, but here's what I want to say. And then they tell you all the things that are very bitchy. Don't mean to come off as like the rude one, but I'm going to say this. Like, how many times do we excusing our actual truths by using a canceling word or phrase prior to that? We're not idiots. Like, it was very interesting. Like, I didn't even catch myself saying no judgments. And then she said, sounds like judgment. Would she had said that had I not said no judgments? I don't know. Maybe it would not have even crossed her mind or her energy space to feel it as judgment. Because it was just me saying, I think it's just weird that's weird. That's just weird. But that is judgment, right? Weird is a judgment because it doesn't go according to my beliefs. Like, as minimal and minuscule as it might feel to me, it was still judgment. And I was trying to excuse that I'm not a judgmental person, but I literally just came off saying a judgmental comment. And then I got offended and defensive when my friend called me out on the judgment. I was like I just kept hearing her words, even though she typed them. I kept hearing them play out in my psyche. And I was like, how dare she? Does she not know me? Like, I was not being judgmental. And when I finally was able to be honest with myself, and all these different situations where I felt people tried to excuse themselves for not being judgy by saying not to be mean, not to be rude, not to be the bitch ahead of it or after it, I realized, like, no, that's exactly what you were being. You were just trying to make yourself feel better about what you just said. And it was in that moment that I was like, oh, holy shit. Like, I was literally being very judgmental about these people because I wanted it to be easy for me about what I needed to do. Like, it started becoming like a task to do this thing. And I was like, well, it's weird that these people feel this way. Like, why should I have to do all these things if these people feel this way? Like, that's just weird. Get over it. And yeah, wow, like hearing it out like this in the way that my mind was processing it, doesn't it sound judgy? Like, how often do you have this conversation in your mind where you convince yourself that you're right, but you're actually not hearing what you're saying? You're not hearing your judgment. You're not hearing your criticism. You're not hearing how you're convincing yourself to be right. Instead of just choosing the relationship and going, fuck, you're right. That was judgmental. I didn't mean it that way. But I see it now and I hear it now. And then just have it be it. Have it be like the end of it. Like, don't make it more than it is or less than it is, but just have it be something you acknowledge, that you are responsible for, and then you take ownership of, and then you go, move on. I learned my lesson. And the next time that you say no judgment, no criticism, don't mean to be the bitch, like, you'll hear yourself. You'll hear yourself. Trust me, you won't say that again. It'll stop you because you'll start to think like, God, is this me making a judgment because I'm being inconvenienced and I want to make it better and I want to like not have to make it work? And if that's the case, okay, have compassion for the situation, have compassion for yourself. And if you want to be living in your authentic truth, get to the root of it before you have any conversation with anybody. Like, is the root cause true? Is the way you feel globally the truth? Or is it just your opinion? Is it your feeling? Is it your beliefs? And then, how do you know it's true? How do you know your beliefs are concrete? How do you know that the way that you think is across the line, across the board? Because it's like, honestly, it's not the case. Everybody has differing opinions because we all go through life experiences differently. We could all have the same life experience, but we would translate it differently and we would have different key moments of learning and lessons that we extract from them than the other person would, because it's just who we are and how, and it's our choice, it's our will, it's our, our power to choose our way of thinking and our beliefs. So the next time you go out there and you're thinking you're not being judgy, but you're using words like not to be judgy, not to be a bitch, I don't want to be rude, I don't mean to be this. Ask yourself, are you really? Is that really your intention? We always speak our intentions and they come out in different ways. We always speak our intentions. And if we don't speak our intentions, our energy doesn't lie. So the people around you call bullshit. We feel it. The people, especially people who are in tune with the truth, like with their intuition, we sense it, we feel it, we hear it. We call bullshit, right? Isn't there like a game that we used to play called bullshit? Like a call bullshit. Like, we should just call bullshit more on each other, and I think we would all just be like, yeah, okay, you're right. Let's just start calling bullshit on each other, but be a loving interruption about it. Not like a bitchy asshole about it. Like, be a loving interruption and say, hey, what do you really mean? What's really in the soul core of you? Who are you? What's your truth? What are you hiding? What are you afraid of? What are you scared of sharing about who you are? Who is that person that you think people aren't going to like, or not going to accept, or not going to love? Because if you shine, my friend, I promise you, you will not be alone. You just only give permission to others to shine as well. So be unabashed in your joy and in your truth and in your authenticity, and be responsible for your shit. Take ownership, my friends. I love you.